Welcome to the West Ham Voice, and thank you for joining me. My name is Stel, and it's Saturday, the 17th of September, and bringing to you the latest news headlines from 6foot2.co.uk. If you've yet to subscribe to 6foot2.co.uk, every opportunity to do so. Membership is free, and it's quite a fantastic website. It brings you everything you need under one umbrella about West Ham United. It's got the latest news. We've created a Now News page where you can find everything about West Ham on that one page. Not only the 6foot2.co.uk exclusive news stories, but also from around the globe, from various West Ham websites. So do join up. You don't even have to join as a member to read the latest news articles, but you get extra benefits if you do become a member. Also, there's a page where all the latest, more than just a podcasts are loaded. So if you're ever looking for one of the best West Ham podcasts around that has been going for a number of years, then you can go onto the podcast page and click onto the latest podcast that's been recorded. There are also videos that are brought to you by two YouTube channels. There's the Claret and Booze Boys and, of course, myself, West Ham Voice. And you've got a separate page that lists all the latest videos on all the latest stories on West Ham United on that one page. Now, the extra benefits of this particular website over other West Ham websites is the West Ham United history page. Nigel Khan, I'm sure you all know him, is a true West Ham historian, and he brings you some of the latest or some of the most poignant historical West Ham stories that relate to not only relate to our games that are being played now, but also about some other historical West Ham stuff that you would love. Also, you can share your own opinion. As a member, if you become a member, you can post on the 6foot2.co.uk on your thoughts and opinions about the West Ham United, about David Moyes, about anything that you believe you need to get off your chest. So do go on there, 6foot2.co.uk, and either read up about our latest stories or even better, become a member. Membership is free, and you're more than welcome to do so, and you're more than welcome to start giving us your opinions and your stories on West Ham United. So what do we have in store for you today? Well, the latest updates, of course, are all about the latest stories that are knocking around. And the first one is about Declan Rice, who couldn't praise Craig Dawson enough over his performance in the Europa Conference game against Silkeborg. After a long absence, Craig Dawson returned into the swing of things, and he scored, of course, a trademark Craig Dawson goal from a corner sent over by Aaron Cresswell. The captain's comments about Dawson seem to highlight just how close West Ham were in making a big mistake to allow the veteran central defender to leave the club in the summer transfer window. After the game, Rice spoke to reporters and quoted, "Obviously, Scamacca's was a great goal, but for Dawes to score that, obviously, he's had a tough couple of months, but we're delighted he's with us, and obviously, the fans love him as well." Now, that sort of suggests that Rice's comments prove just how important Craig Dawson is to West Ham United, not only when playing, but also his off-field influence is hugely important as well. He's a massively popular figure at the club, both to fans and his fellow players. Next up, Nikola Vlasic is set to cut short his loan spell at Torino and is reported to take a pay cut, or be willing to take a pay cut, in order to secure a permanent transfer deal to Torino in January. Torino are drawing up plans to sign the Croatian international on a permanent deal, and plans are underway to start negotiations with West Ham United in December. Now, West Ham apparently don't know much about this, so if Torino are really keen on doing this, they better start setting up those official channels sooner rather than later. Vlasic, he's had a great start to his loan spell in Italy. He's scoring 3 goals in 6 appearances after being played in his favoured central attacking position. In the clearest indication yet that a deal for the player, a permanent deal for the player, will happen sooner rather than later, Torino director Davide Vagnati said he's one of those players who combines technical and physical qualities. West Ham paid a lot of money for him, but in England, it didn't go as they expected. We did well to sign him, but the championship is still long. Next up, David Moyes has finally revealed why Harrison Ashby has been recently missing from the West Ham squad. In an interview, David Moyes confirmed that Ashby would have been involved in the game against Silkeborg had the player not been carrying a groin injury. Moyes said, in truth, if he had been available and with us, we would have tried to get him some minutes because we've only really had Vladimir Soufal in that area at the moment because of the injury to Ben Johnson. Harrison is fine, but we left him. When we left him, I saw him. He was back trying to start his rehab, and he was back on the grass, but he's still slightly feeling the injury. So that is the reason he wasn't in the squad or even with us. The player is highly thought of by Moyes, and hopefully his comments should dispel any myths and rumours that the player's absence is due to a desire to leave the club or not making himself available for selection. Next up, Aaron Cresswell on Thursday night against Silkeborg hit the 300 club appearances for West Ham United. He's the 36th player in the club's history to do so. Cresswell made his debut just over 8 years ago, and he spoke of his pride at reaching the landmark. It's a great milestone, and I'm proud to be making 300 appearances for West Ham. I never dreamt that I'd play that many when I joined West Ham United. On an important European night, he went on to say, 300 down, but more importantly, tonight was 3 points in the group. These places aren't easy to come to, and no excuses, but it's really difficult with the artificial pitch. It's not what we're used to, and to be fair to them, they played some good stuff. After they scored the first goal, I thought we controlled the game and felt we deserved to win. Well done to you, Aaron, for reaching 300. Next up, more England call-ups. Rising hammer Divine Mubama has been named in the England under-19 squad. Mubama is one of the brightest prospects in the West Ham Youth Academy, and this is the first time he's been called into the under-19 squad after impressing for England under-18s level, where he scored 3 goals in 7 appearances. England are playing 3 games in the 2022-23 UEFA European Under-19s Championship stages and will face Montenegro on Wednesday, the 21st of September, with a kickoff at 5 p.m., followed by a 1 p.m. kickoff against Georgia on Saturday, the 24th of September, and finally Denmark on Tuesday, the 27th of September, again at 1 o'clock. This is the aim to reach the Under-19 Championships in Malta in 2023. 17-year-old Mubama is a prolific goal scorer, having already netted 27 goals in 46 appearances for West Ham under-18s, and he has recently been promoted to the under-21 squad. Staying with under-21s and youth academy, promising young defender Justin Osagie has signed for Scottish champion Celtic, as confirmed he would do during the summer transfer window. The defender, 17 years of age, is already capped at under-19 international level with the Republic of Ireland and has signed a 3-year contract with the Hoops, having left the youth setup in East London in the summer. Osagie originally signed for West Ham in November 2020 when West Ham beat a host of big-name Premier League rivals to sign the Southend United prospect. Some fans may be concerned that another promising young academy player has left the club, especially after the departure of Sonny Perkins and amidst the concerns regarding Harrison Ashby. Despite Moyes having given some youngsters opportunities to play in the first team, many do not make regular appearances, and this is of some concern to many fans. If Osagie develops into another great talent, more questions will be asked of Moyes and his approach to academy players. Next up, Connor Coventry and Mipo Odubeko will reunite on international duty. This season has seen some changes for both players. Many fans thought that Coventry would either be loaned or sold this summer. However, David Moyes has kept faith in the player and has included him in the senior squad. Whereas 19-year-old Odubeko is now on a season-long loan at League One side Port Vale, where in 2 appearances he's already gotten off the mark with a goal. The 2 players will be part of the Under-21 Republic of Ireland squad, where they face Israel in a 2-legged playoff on the 23rd of September at home and then on the 27th of September in Israel. The winners of that playoff will go one step further to qualifying for the UEFA European Under-21 Championships. And if Republic of Ireland win, it will be their first championships in their history. So, thank you for joining on this very short but brief West Ham headlines update brought to you by 6foot2.co.uk. Be back again soon. If there is any poignant news to bring you on Sunday, I'll bring you a show either just before or just after the game against Everton. Otherwise, like I said, go ahead and sign up to 6foot2.co.uk, become a member. And of course, if you're new to this channel, do subscribe to the West Ham Voice. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll see you all very soon.